Conor McGregor, right?
Right.
Was it? Now a lot of people have been saying that it was from accumulation of hits and stuff like that. We can go into that.
Right.
It was a tib-fib fracture.
Correct.
Was it? It was distal, right?
Distal tib. Distal means farther down towards the foot.
Yep.
So we know. So what we know is, and I actually got a text. I had gotten a text message from TMZ the following day, and they said, "Okay, this is what we know. Can you kind of read this report and just make sure the wording is right?" Like from an orthopedist, and said, "Been working with TMZ on some stuff."
Yeah.
And so it was confirmed that he did have a distal tib fib, and that he got a tibial nail. So the tibia is the big weight-bearing bone in the leg, and so that got a nail, which means basically we access the inside of the tibia bone from the knee. We make an incision, we split the patellar tendon usually to access the top of the tibia, and then we line up the fracture. And as it's lined up, we drive a nail down and then put screws below and above the fracture so that fracture can't move either way or rotate. So, and then he also got plate and screws placed on his fibula, and that's the outside bone, the smaller bone. It's not weight bearing as much as the tibia, but it must have been displaced enough to put plates and screws. Sometimes with that injury Conor had, very similar to probably Chris Weidman, except Chris Weidman's was open, but Chris Weidman only got a tibial nail. He did not need the plate and screws on the fibula.
Oh wow!
So maybe Conor's was. Usually, what we do in surgery is we'll make that decision at the time of the operation. We put the nail in first in the tibia, and then we see how's everything lining up. So maybe they were concerned that the fibula could have still used some help in terms of lining it back up. So we secure it in place with plates and screws.